it's Gypsy. Well, I wanted to do a quick mini Amazon haul video that I did, and I also wanted to update you guys, kind of get your ideas on something that I plan to do with my Etsy shop. So let's go ahead and get started because I got stuff to do. The first big thing that I am so excited about that I just got is a new book. It is the sequel to the Six Gun Tarot that I believe I have a review video on. This is called The Shotgun Arcana by R.S. Belcher, and I am just totally excited and stoked that I finally have this in my hot little hands. I have been waiting for this book to come out since I read the Six Gun Tarot earlier this year, and I knew that, I was anticipating this, and I pre-ordered it, and I've been waiting, and so it's the reason why these other items were held up, but it's okay, I don't care, because, oh my god, I got the Shotgun Arcana. So that will be something I will be reading starting tonight. I'm going to celebrate my Friday, woo, with a bottle of wine and a book, because that's the crazy life of Gypsy Chick. The next thing I got is something, and I talked about it on my Facebook page this morning. I got the Marielle Tarot. I am not as in love with it as I thought I would be. The artwork is okay. There's some cards that I really like a whole lot, and then there's other cards that I'm like, I don't know. And then there's other cards that I'm just like, because here's the thing, and this is why I think I'm going to have a hard time working with this deck. I am somewhat immature. Okay, I laugh at very immature things like farts and tasteless jokes and penises. I can't even hardly say the word without laughing. Okay, so that's the thing. And there is some male nudity in this deck. If you're familiar with it at all, the Fool card just sends me rolling. I can't even see the butterflies hardly because I'm just like... I know, it's totally immature, and I know some of y'all are like, come on, Gypsy. At least I'm honest, right? I mean, I'm owning it. I can't handle, I can do boobs all day. I don't care because I have my own, but when it comes to those, it just makes me laugh. It makes me laugh, and it makes me where I can't concentrate on what I'm trying to do, and so... I'm not really sure if this is going to be a really good deck for me as far as reading. I'm glad I have it, obviously, because I'm a collector, and I know it's a very popular deck. And, I do want to have it because it does have some cool artwork. I mean, I'm not going to lie and say that it's not all that impressive because it's got some cool cards. It's just not one that, I'm just like, oh my god, about, it's not my steampunk tarot. I love that deck. I think I love every card in that deck. And then there's other decks that it's definitely way better than. So, anyway, I do have the Marielle Tarot. And also, it comes in a really big box. And I don't know that I'm crazy about that because I don't, as someone that collects tarot decks, I got enough boxes, and the bigger is not better. But it has, like, the deck next to the book in here, which is kind of how the, Inner Realms Tarot box is laid out. And it's like, why you gotta make it so big? Why can't y'all, like, So anyway, whatever. But it's a cool box anyway. It's very cool. If I wasn't pinched for space, I wouldn't care. The other thing that I got was, and I was actually surprised, I didn't even think to look at the dimensions. And again, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this because I'm so used to them being smaller. But I got me another Lenormand deck. And so you can see here is the Lenormand Oracle. And this is by Laura Twan. I think this is a new item. I believe this is a new item. I don't remember if I pre-ordered this or if it was held back because of the book. But anyway, I have it. But what's crazy is that these cards are freaking huge. I mean, y'all, Lenormand cards are not supposed to be big. Here's the book. It's got a little guidebook. It reminds me of, like, Hay House. Is this just the way that it is, just the design of the box and everything? No, it's Lo Scarabeo. But it's Hay House feeling. Look at these freaking cards. For real. Okay, Lenormand cards are not this big. Hold on. Hey, this is... Okay, seriously. I'm going to compare it to Marcus Katz's Lenormand deck that he has. And I'm going to show y'all. And this is pretty standard. In fact, yeah, here's the Esmeralda. I mean, these are small. These are more like Lenormand, okay? They're little cards. This is like Lenormand deck size. All right, and then here's Marcus Katz size. Okay, so we have smallish cards. Here's the Lo Scarabeo. They're like freaking oracle cards. Why'd you do that? These are supposed to be like half the size. Like half the size. I don't need to be holding this entire deck. Look it. Why y'all gotta make it so big? I don't know why, whatever. I guess if you got a whole lot of space, it's just, my understanding, and I haven't really gotten into my Lenormand cards yet, but my understanding is that you use more card, like you don't just use one card at a time. Like it's really better to use them in combination with each other, and so you're gonna have, spreads as opposed to like single card draws. They're not really for that, even though, I mean, you can do what you want with your cards, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, I'm not really sure what the scoop is on why they decided to go big with those cards, but there you have it, and I own the deck, and I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to, send it back or anything, but the thought crossed my mind because it was kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like when you get tarot cards that are just really odd shaped, and it's not really what you expected, and it's kind of like, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to start just griping. There's no need for that, but it did catch me off guard. I did not expect for them to be quite so big, so whatever. Anyway, okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was what I want to do with my Etsy shop. I've been thinking about, this past month through my Facebook page, I decided to, or in September rather, I decided to give away a tarot reading every week, just to kind of get myself back into the groove. And I found that I really had a hard time even doing a tarot reading a week because I'm just so busy. But there were days that I had more time. Like one day I think I hammered out like 2 or 3 of them in one day because I had gotten behind a week or two, but they were free readings, so I didn't, beat myself up about it. It just was what it was. But I'm thinking about I'm thinking about posting a couple of readings on my Etsy shop because I really enjoyed doing the readings. I really, really did. And so what I'm thinking about doing is whenever I have a weekend coming up where I know I'm going to have a little bit of time and I could do 2 or 3 readings in a weekend, I'm thinking about posting just 2 or 3 readings in my Etsy shop, and I'll announce it on my Facebook page. So, if I have some time, I'll throw out 2 or 3 of them, and they're not going to be priced really expensive because I'm not going to promise that I'll have it around back to you in 4 hours or 6 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours. I'll have it to you by Monday of the following week or something like that. I'll put that out there. But I'm doing this just for fun, so I'm not going to be charging a ton of money, just enough for, in exchange for my time and energy, basically. But I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Is that cool? I have this zombie tarot that I'm working with this month, and I have just fallen in love with this deck. It is so cool. If you've never seen the zombie tarot, it's wicked cool. Anyway, it's been my October deck, and I've been using it for myself. I did a couple of readings for some other people with it. It's a great deck. It actually, I was a little bit skeptical because it's kind of kitschy looking on the box, and it's like a little bit over commercialized looking, but that's kind of part of its design. So I was like, I'm not going to hang up on that. So I went ahead and, started using it seriously and did readings for other people, did a bunch of stuff for myself, and I figured that I have noticed, I have observed, I have experienced, it's actually a really good deck. So, anyway, so I want to use it a little bit more. So if you're not on my Facebook page, you're missing this stuff because that's where I post it. I don't post videos often enough to be like, hey, I'm doing a free one. Hey, you know what? The video things are slow to go around here, but I can, I do post on Facebook easily because I can just do that on my phone. Which I guess I could post a video on my phone, but I can't edit it. That freaks me out. So anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm just going to post readings kind of as I can do them, and then I'll announce it on my Facebook. So I have my Facebook link below. Please go like my page if you're interested at all in taking advantage of these readings that I'm going to post. Also, I am having a hard time figuring out what deck I want to work with for the month of November. I have a lot of tarot decks. I have worked extensively with the Steampunk Tarot. I'm doing Zombie Tarot this month. Those of y'all that are familiar with my deck collection, do y'all have anybody have a suggestion for like what I should use for November? I'm saving my Alice Tarot. That's going to be for December. And I don't want to do any of my off-the-wall systems. The Steampunk Tarot, Gods of the Machine, and the Wildwood Tarot are out because I'm just not. I don't want to do those right now. I'm at a total loss. You people help me. I don't know what deck to work with in November. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and I will catch you guys in the sun video. Adios.